Oh, thank goodness, a laid back episode. Oh man, like the last few episodes, I know like I went in depth about them, and like it's not that I don't enjoy doing that. It's just that sometimes you need a break when you're watching it week to week, cause oh man, I can only imagine watching this like you binge watch it and just watch episode by episode like back to back. I just like. There's no way you can suck up all that information all at the same time, because man, like the last 4 weeks have been very information heavy with things. But luckily we got a laid back episode. The crew, Hachiman and the crew, basically went to their version of Disneyland or World, whichever you prefer. But if I do call it Disneyland instead of what was it called, Destinyland, I'm sorry, but I think you guys get the point. Anyway, for the most part, I think the most major thing that actually happened that actually deals with the plot, I assume, was that Iroha revealed her feelings, like she confessed her feelings to Hayama. And obviously from the anime, from the episode, we saw that it didn't work out. Hayama's like, nah, I don't like you, or something along the lines of that. And which I really like how they depicted that. They could have done something totally from like their perspective, and you hear dialogue from the two characters just saying Hayama-kun or senpai, I love you and all of this, and Hayama be like, I'm sorry Iroha-kun, I don't like you, blah, blah, blah. But thing is, like, this is from Hachiman's point of view, so we saw everything happen from Hachiman's point of view, which I enjoyed. And I assume that Iroha being rejected from Hayama is gonna be a plot point, because I'm assuming that like most girls, like I said, I am assuming that most girls, like when they get rejected or dumped or something along the lines of that, that they feel some sort of sadness or anger within themselves, some emotion of the sorts, and that she either might take it out on Hachiman, or she's gonna take it out on like the other student council members, or like the Mr. Jazzy Hands and his crew, or maybe the little kids from the elementary school like Rumi. So I assume that is gonna happen. That's either that, or like I really don't know what was the point of showing that. Anyway, let's head to the other girls, where we have somewhat of romantic development between the girls, and not Hachiman, but most of the girls. Now the scene I'm going to talk about is very short. It is when Iroha and Hachiman and Yui and Yukinon are about to go into student council meeting, like they have been doing for the last week, or rather Hachiman and Iroha have been doing. And like I said, this was very short. It was like 2 to 3 seconds. It's when, as we know as an audience, that every time Hachiman is helping out Iroha, he carries her bags because he's a gentleman like that. And thing is, Iroha, I think she knows this, and she plays with Hachiman a little bit, and she holds out her bag on purpose. Because I remember it was either last week or I think it was 2 episodes ago, where like she was like, no, I'll carry my bags. I can do it myself. It's very light today. And her bag this time looked very light as well. So I'm assuming that she did it on purpose just to get the girls like get their blood going. Anyway, the moment I'm talking about is, in my eyes, I saw it as a little bit romance development, but I guess if like you can not consider it that if you see it a different way, but to me I saw it in a romantic point of view. And it's when Hachiman pretty much carries Iroha's bags, and the girls, they give a quick glare, and they only show their eyes for like 2 to 3 seconds, and you see their eyes, and that's not like eyes of like, so it's sort of anger, but it's more or less, I felt like it was more or less jealousy than anything. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure like Hachiman never carried the girls' bags in any other situation before up to this point, so I think that's where their jealousy comes from. But again, like I said, from my point of view, from the romantic point of view that I saw it as jealousy, and you can obviously see it as something else. Anyway, the other subtle moment that I saw was the whole like Yukinon and Hachiman on the ice roller coaster thing, and it's basically Yukinon and Hachiman just talking, and the only thing I really dislike about that was like the animation. It was when you see like Yukinon clenching on to like the safety guard thing. I don't know what the actual term is called, and you see it from like very far back. It's like from here. I know you guys can't see this from like here though, but then you see the distance between Hachiman and Yukinon is like right here. So I don't know, like was Hachiman going like, oh my god. Anyway, in the episode, they essentially get to that point because Yui pretty much ditches them, and she says she's sorry. But thing is, Yui, you're gonna be the one that's gonna be sorry, because basically, like, Yukinon and Hachiman's friendship and their bond as friends pretty much just like, it's like if you guys play Persona, like that rank just went up like twice. Like, that ship is now sailing again. At first, it stopped, it stalled, but now the Yukino X Hachiman ship is like full steam ahead, and the UAN Hachiman ship, I mean, it's slowly getting there. Anyway, when they're in the roller coaster itself, Yukino starts talking about her sister and how her sister messed with her when they were at amusement parks like this one, Destiny Land, stuff like that. And thing about Yukino is that she has an icy persona, and what her sister is trying to do is try to get her out of that icy persona. And thing is, like, towards the end when they're about to hit the drop, she tugs on Hachiman's sleeve. I don't have a long sleeve, but, you know, tugs on his sleeve and it's like, help me, or I forgot what the actual translation was, but basically around the lines of help me when this is all over, or help me in general. And basically, I feel like I interpret it as like, I think you're the only one who can actually help me break out of my shell and make me become actually a better person. You know, if this was a real romantic comedy, I felt like Yukino would have held hands with Hachiman, but you know, that's not the point of this show. Anyway, after the roller coaster, they essentially keep on talking, and Hachiman buys her a drink, or Yukino a drink, and it has like this little cute panda, because the thing about Yukino is she doesn't like showing it, but she likes very cute stuff. Except dogs. She doesn't like dogs, but you know, she likes very cute stuff in general, and she hates to admit it. But you know, it's adorable pretty much. Anyway, I think I hit all of the major things that I saw and I felt like were important. The only other thing that I felt like that was a really nice touch was when Enba, I think her name is, the girl with the glasses that talks about like, oh yeah, boy love and all of this, and when she's talking to Hachiman, not by themselves, but they were pretty like far back from the group, and they're just talking about like, it's all my fault, isn't it, from that situation. And thing about that is just like, I'm glad that characters are able to realize when like they cause like drama among other friends and all this whatnot. But you know, the past is the past, and they both see this, and everything's all good with one another now. Oh, and the other thing I noticed was in the opening, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in other reviews from the past, that being like in the opening towards the end when you see the room that the service club is held in where our main characters hang out. Usually, like in the past few episodes, characters have been missing here and there, but in this episode a character was added, and that being Araha. So I don't know if that's supposed to nudge into anything or point to anything, but you know, we have 3 episodes left, I assume, and then the 4th episode being like an extra episode, because that's usually how things that broadcast in TBS does things. It's kind of like how in season 1 when they had that extra episode, episode 13, where it was just like a sports festival, whatever it was, like when they pretty much dressed up as Saber Lily from Fate Stay Night. Stuff like that. It's just like a little extra, just so I'm pretty sure it's just in case like episodes, like just in case they can't air an episode in time, they have backup episodes. Because I think the same thing happens with Amaji Brilliant Park, which finally has been licensed through Crunchyroll, or it's streaming through Crunchyroll. And let me know if you guys want me to review that, because I watched the series when it was originally airing back in the fall, and I enjoyed it. I don't mind reviewing it. It was pretty good. Anyway, going back to the episode, there were 2 major moments that I really enjoyed that were very funny. That being the very beginning where you see Hachiman, he's having flashbacks of earlier that day, I'm assuming, that him confessing his feelings and all of this, and how he's going through an identity crisis. Him and a little sister have a little banter, and just him like squirming and just like, calling himself a jerk, being basically like, I'm a baka baka baka. And then the other moment was when Sensei gives them the tickets, the girls and Hachiman the tickets, and basically Hachiman, he just has this inner monologue about how Sensei needs to get married, because how she won the tickets was through an after party wedding thing that she attended, and she won twice. Anyway, my grade for the episode, I think I'm gonna give it a B+. Like I said, nothing major happened. It was a very laid back episode. Like I said, the only major thing that I felt like that really happened was Iroha confessing her feelings, and that's about it. Everything else was very subtle and just added character development for the characters themselves. So yeah. But let me know your thoughts on the episodes down in the comments below, and let me know if you want me to review Amaji Brilliant Park. I'll do 1 episode, I guess, a day, maybe. That might be a little too much, but who knows. Anyway, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching. But don't forget to leave a like if you think the video deserves it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you like what you saw, and you like rom-coms and all of that good stuff. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. So until then, bye-bye.